This is RTV6 News at 7, working for you.
Good evening, and thank you for being here with us tonight. I'm Mark Mullins.
And I'm Amanda Starrentino. New details tonight about one way the state is helping businesses safely reopen. But first, a look at the latest coronavirus numbers here in Indiana.
The State Department of Health reports more than 1,200 COVID-19 deaths and 21,000 positive cases. Close to 116,000 people have been tested, bringing the state's positivity rate to 18.2%. More than 2,300 patients of long-term care facilities have tested positive for the virus.
And as businesses prepare for the state's gradual reopening, owners are coming up with ways to keep employees and customers safe by cleaning and providing the right equipment. Today, the Indiana Economic Development Corporation announced a virtual marketplace that will help small businesses and nonprofits buy personal protective equipment. It's open to restaurants, retail stores, and organizations with office space. Eligible businesses must employ fewer than 150 people and require PPE to comply with state reopening guidelines. The marketplace will provide bundles of PPE based on the size of the business at no charge for now. Businesses are still urged to order PPE through the usual routes and turn to the state marketplace as a backup.
Under phase 2 of Indiana's reopening plan, many businesses are welcoming in customers for the first time in more than a month, and that includes a woman running a Zionsville boutique. RTV6's Megan Sanctorum visited her to learn what local shop owners must now do to keep you safe.
As businesses like Southern Fancy in Zionsville learn how to operate under a new normal, they're still faced with a sense of uncertainty.
We don't know who's going to come out and if people are going to come out.
This boutique is located in Zionsville's downtown area and relies on foot traffic and local support.
I know that the town is excited to come back out and support these small business people here.
Denise was one of the first customers in the store today. She stopped by to grab a birthday gift for her daughter.
I know the individual stores here on the Brick Street are all family owned, and it's probably been more of a challenge for them than some of the big box stores.
The owner here says while she's excited to open to the public again, she's making sure to do it in a safe way. She's open limited hours and will only allow a few customers in at a time. They're also steaming clothing after people try it on.
We're going to take extra precautions to make sure the store is sanitary as possible. And for the people that still don't want to go out, we'll do curbside pickup and online.
And some say having options like that will help people make their own decision on what's best for their health while still supporting local businesses.
No one's going to force anyone to go to retail or go to the restaurants. You have to find what feels comfortable for you, I think.
The owner here says she's ready for customers whether they come inside or do curbside pickup.
Feels great. Feels great. It's weird, but I mean, we're ready to be back.
Working for you, Megan Sanctorum, RTV6.
Well, several counties have yet to enter phase 2 of reopening, including Marion, Lake, and Cass counties, due to a higher number of COVID-19 cases in those areas. Now let's get your Storm Team 6 forecast with Chief Meteorologist Kevin Gregory. Hey, Kevin.
And Mark, speaking of counties, all 92 Indiana counties today kind of in the deep freeze for the month of May, certainly. Forecast this evening between now and, say, midnight, we'll have scattered showers, especially northern half of the state. We'll all be united in the upper 30s by tomorrow morning. Not the last time temperatures will drop into the 30s. The rain ends by tomorrow morning. Let's take a quick radar tour. I don't want to make you dizzy, but up to Miami County we go, right through Peru. There are some rain showers, Grissom Air Reserve Base up to Peru, and then northern portion of Miami County. Other showers in western Indiana over Park County just north of Rockville. As you look at the evening temperatures, mid-40s, 46 in Greenwood. Temperatures across all of central Indiana well below the average of 70. Let's talk about where we'll be tomorrow morning. This is what we'll wake up to. We'll talk about how we start the warm-up. It's a brief warming trend, but a noticeable one and probably a welcome one as well. All the details straight ahead.
The Rebound Indiana is getting answers for you about the financial support during the coronavirus pandemic. Millions of people have received their federal stimulus payments, but some are noticing their checks are a little light. The payments allow up to $1,200 for adults and $500 for each child dependent. However, some people are reporting that their checks were missing those allotments for dependents. The IRS says they will get their money, but they will have to wait a full year. If this has happened to you, you will be able to claim any missing funds when you file your 2020 taxes.
Call 6 Investigates have learned lawmakers and other groups are working to release stimulus payments for hundreds of thousands of Americans who haven't received them yet. Our Kara Kenny talked with families who say they're being penalized because of who they're married to.
Jeanette Sanchez is an American citizen living in Noblesville. She's married to an undocumented immigrant. The couple and their 6 children make up what's called a mixed status family. Indiana is home to hundreds of thousands of mixed status families like the Sanchez's that will not get a stimulus check. The CARES Act says even if you have a valid Social Security number, if a member of your family files taxes with an individual taxpayer identification number, no one in the family, not even children, will get a stimulus check, even if most of the family is American citizens.
Honestly, it kind of hit me hard. We weren't fair warned. We kept checking the page again and again, like everybody else. Just waiting to see when we would be able to get it.
The only exception are military mixed status families. Ironic, Jeanette says, because her father died while on active duty.
He'd be completely disappointed with this country. 17 years serving for this country, and to see his daughter and his grandchildren not being helped.
Call 6 Investigates held a Zoom call with other Central Indiana women who are also American citizens not getting stimulus checks because of their partner's immigration status.
It is just heartbreaking to hear that. I just feel like we're very discriminated against because of who we decided to marry, who we decided to have our children with, and it is very heartbreaking.
We're not fighting for the undocumented persons. We are fighting for our rights as a U.S. American citizens.
That as citizens were left out.
Hopes that, we can all be treated equal. I'm tired of discrimination. I feel this is very racist, what's been done. I'm an American. My children are Americans.
Mixed status families are being hit hard by COVID-19 and unemployment. Many work in low-paying jobs like construction, farming, and food service. Becoming a citizen takes time and thousands of dollars. But the Neighborhood Christian Legal Clinic in Indianapolis says they're helping mixed status families.
Hope is not lost forever. They also have the option of kind of seeing if they can get their immigration status in order to get the credit on next year's taxes, so at least they wouldn't miss out on it altogether.
Call 6 Investigates is still looking into why this language was put in the CARES Act in the first place. We contacted U.S. Senator Mike Braun, who told us the goal of the CARES Act was to help as many Hoosiers as quickly as possible. We are aware of this and other situations, and when Congress reconvenes, we need to examine any possible errors from the CARES Act and if legislation needs to be offered to remedy these unique situations. Congressman Andre Carson has signed on to a bill, the Recovery Rebates Improvement Act, that would allow mixed status families to get refund checks. And this month, mixed status families filed a class action lawsuit against the Trump administration. Jeanette Sanchez is still hopeful the federal government will change its tune and issue stimulus checks to families like hers.
We're fighting for ourselves. We are the Americans. Our children are the Americans. We're citizens, and we were left out because we're being punished for who we chose to fall in love with.
Kara Kenny, RTV6.
Well, we should also point out that just because someone has an individual taxpayer identification number, that does not mean they've entered the United States. The spouse could be waiting overseas for their paperwork to go through. We are gathering resources for families of mixed status impacted by this. One organization that's offering help with stimulus check questions and other legal issues surrounding the coronavirus pandemic is the Neighborhood Christian Legal Clinic.
Seek out help. If they need help, don't think you have to go through a crisis alone. Legal services and the clinic, we're here for you if you have legal needs. obviously the demand is going to be high, and we need your patience when you reach out to us, but we want to be as responsive as we can be.
The Neighborhood Christian Legal Clinic has been hosting weekly Ask a Lawyer sessions, and on Wednesday, attorneys with the clinic are joining Call 6 Investigates Kara Kenny to answer your questions. They're ready to tackle topics like unemployment, debt, eviction, family law, and more. The Rebound Indiana virtual town hall is tomorrow at 7:30 on the RTV6 Facebook page.
Still ahead on the news at 7, if you are having trouble making ends meet during the coronavirus pandemic, we have some tips from experts about how you should handle debt payments.
But first, a new tool can help you navigate the new world of virtual career fairs and job interviews. Coming up.
Working for you. This is RTV6 News at 7. Working for you.
Hiring Hoosiers is helping you get back to work as our country works to rebound from the coronavirus pandemic. Video interviews are becoming the new normal, and there's a new tool that could help you do a better job in this new type of interview process. It's an instant feedback feature through LinkedIn. You can find it under Interview Prep in the job section of the website. They have common questions that come up during interviews, and you can record a video of yourself answering them. Then you'll get real-time feedback on your response.
Things like buzzwords that you might want to weed out, or if you have any ums and ahs and thes that you want to finesse to really crisp your message and make it clear.
Something else you need to prepare for are virtual job fairs. These are also becoming more common during the pandemic. Be prepared to answer commonly asked interview questions at these virtual job fairs too.
One way that people are really leveraging and standing out from the crowd is reinforcing your skills. We know that hiring managers are incredibly interested in soft skills, communication, collaboration. So really take a moment to prepare your answers. You could even write down some of your answers.
You can learn more about virtual job fair opportunities and companies that are hiring right now at hiringhoosiers.com.
We've already seen some major changes from the airlines during the pandemic, and experts say that all of that might add up to higher fares down the road for all of us. The president of the International Air Transport Association says tickets could cost up to 50% more if airlines keep social distancing measures in place. That includes things like leaving middle seats empty and performing extra sanitizing procedures. Fees might also increase. American Airlines has already raised the cost of a checked bag on some international routes from $60 to $75.
Thought I'd share a weekend headline with you. Freeze likely on the Saturday morning. We'll talk about Mother's Day forecast as well in just minutes.
1-800-CALL-KEN right now.
A small business owner says the help that you've been hearing about for small businesses doesn't actually help all small businesses. RTV6 reporter Cameron Riddle takes us to the east side, where tons of money is going out while virtually none is coming in.
The parking lot of the W Street Shopping Center is pretty much a ghost town.
Pretty empty. There's like, I think your car, my car, and maybe one other one.
No cars outside means there's no shoppers inside. And that's bad news for shopping mall owner Caleb Paddock.
That is a pretty large problem for us, unfortunately. As a shopping center, you kind of like to have customers shopping.
We first introduced you to Paddock in late 2019 as he remodeled the former flea market on the corner of Washington Street and Post Road. After our story aired, units inside the shopping center were quickly claimed by small business owners. But not 3 months after the grand opening, 26 of the 27 stores inside the shopping center are now shut down as non-essential businesses were forced to close.
So the CBD store is considered a pharmacy, and so they are allowed to be open, which I'm obviously very happy for that owner that he's able to continue to make money, but that also has made it more difficult because I have to have my HVAC on, all my lights on, I still have to be here all day. My bills have essentially not changed at all, and the income has drastically shifted, unfortunately.
With utilities and the building's mortgage, Paddock is paying more than $8,000 a month, but his main source of income, the rent from his 27 tenants, has dried up.
And I got hair and nail salons, I got barbershops, I got things that can't open. The state has been very specific. They have they can't do cuts out in the parking lot, so it makes it really difficult for me to push to get rent.
Federal money intended to help pay employees through the shutdown does this owner and operator no good.
I don't have any employees. I'm basically a one-man show.
Paddock says you name the loan, he's applied for it. But that's been difficult for a business that wasn't open a year ago.
All of the loans are based on the income that you made or declared last year, and our business didn't declare any last year, so I wasn't eligible for any of the loans.
For now, Paddock is left hoping that the community will return and support the business owners inside his shopping center when the stay-at-home order is lifted.
If I fail, if it was a normal business and I fail, it's my family, it's me, those kinds of things. But when you're a landlord of a shopping center, I have 27 different families that are relying on me to be able to keep these doors open, and that weight is a lot to carry.
On the east side, Cameron Riddle, RTV6.
And welcome to my house. We'll do a little home casting here from Hendricks County. Talk about temperatures that are cold but warming up through Thursday. It's a noticeable warm up, then they crash again. Nothing's consistent in this 7-day forecast. 45 in Indianapolis right now. Peru will lead the way into the 30s at 41 now. You've had a recent rain shower. As I show you the radar, Crawfordsville back into Park County and then Vermilion County, some rain showers. Let's zip to the north. We've had more consistent rain zipping through Peru and Kokomo, and I think that's where it will continue to be tonight. 9 o'clock. Crawfordsville to Indy to Richmond north, the most likely spots for rain showers through 11 o'clock. Then as we go overnight, that should move out. Skies begin to clear a little bit. We'll call it partly cloudy in the morning. Temperatures in the upper 30s. Not worried about frost tomorrow morning. We're worried about freeze conditions, though, as we move to Mother's Day weekend. Temperatures tomorrow will recover. We'll pick up the timeline now at 7 a.m. once again. Dry through the day. More and more sunshine will take over. Should be partly to mostly sunny in the afternoon. And the temperature responds. 51 by 11 a.m. Still with that mixture of clouds and sunshine. Afternoon high temperature in the upper 50s. Almost to the 60-degree mark, but still about 10 degrees below average. Wednesday wind noticeable. It will gust to 20 to 25 miles per hour during the afternoon hours. Temperatures, as I mentioned, miss the average high of just about 70. Warmest day Thursday. That comes with sunshine, dry conditions, best day of the week, probably the best day in the 7-day forecast. Thursday night into Friday, the next chance for rain. It overspreads central Indiana. Could have a melting snowflake Friday morning north of Peru and Marion. Forecast for Friday, cool again, very cool. 53 for the high. That morning rain, most likely. Temperatures Saturday morning as cool as 30 in Tipton, Marion, Muncie, and Richmond. During the overnight hours as we go into Sunday, we'll warm these up a bit, and freezing conditions will not be a concern going into Mother's Day. Doesn't mean it's mild on Mother's Day. It'll still be in the 50s. The chance for showers on Sunday increases in the afternoon, still about a 30% chance. Even just beyond the 7-day forecast, all indications are below average. Temperatures will continue. We wait for warmth.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, many Hoosiers are stretching their dollars a little further to make ends meet right now. Our partners at Newsy are bringing finance questions to the experts. Tonight, a look at whether you should keep making debt payments during the pandemic.
Coronavirus cash crisis. Should I keep paying down debt during the pandemic?
Make sure that we're able to cover our minimum debt payments. We don't want to try to accelerate and pay off debt any quicker right now because we don't know the timing of when things are going to get back to normal.
It's just one of those situations where it's much, much better to play it safe. So if you're considering how to be paying off your debts right now, unless you're in the what I would call a unicorn position of a stable job and a very healthy emergency savings fund, if that's not your position, bare minimums on everything.
And also understand what the specifics are. If you continue making payments, does it go to the principal? And then are you able to make a bigger dent in that debt? And then you can make a decision on whether that's worthwhile for you right now because maybe you still have income security.
Or call the number on your screen.
Even with frequent breaks, kids, pets, and Zoom meetings, some workers are discovering they're more productive when they work from home. About 2,000 remote workers took part in a recent online survey. 54% said they're getting more work done now than when they were in the office. The most common reasons are fewer distractions, fewer meetings, and no commute. Still, not everyone is a fan. 25% say that they're less productive at home, and many of those people say that's because it takes longer to get information from coworkers.
30,000 healthcare workers are getting some new kicks designed just for them. Nike is donating pairs of its Air Zoom Plus to workers in New York, Los Angeles, Memphis, and Chicago. Some folks with the Veterans Health Administration will get the shoes too. Nike studied healthcare workers to create the shoe. They say it is designed to provide support for long hours of standing and to withstand spills and frequent cleaning. The company is also distributing 95,000 pairs of compression socks.
And Amanda, temperatures tonight drop into the 30s, but look, we have a warming trend. It's brief. Thursday will hit 65, and then we slide the other way. Best thing I can say, after tonight's showers, we dry out for a couple days. Amanda?
Thanks for making RTV6 your choice for news. Our next newscast is tonight at 11. We'll leave you this shot from Greencastle at DePaul University.